Kelly remake.
Folks, welcome to the Stack With Nat Show 2015, our 18th year
18
of
years.
electric football in the city of
That's a
Brotherly
long
Love.
time.
It is.
Welcome
Booyah.
back.
Welcome
New
back.
season.
Our second year doing our show.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the NFC East
Wow.
division. We're going to break it down in depth for you folks. Our season is about 2 weeks away from kicking off. Right now, it's a Sunday night. Where are we, Stack?
Daly's
Fine
Italian restaurant.
Right. Beautiful setting, folks. Can't say enough about our host, Daly's Irish
Awesome
Pub,
guy. Awesome
and
guy.
the Johnny's Italian.
We're actually in the restaurant
Right.
portion because they're having a little pool
pool
tournament.
tournament. We would usually be
It's
upstairs. It is quiet.
Waitresses
Everybody's
have been
left.
beautiful.
The beer is cold as always.
That's it.
I got a shock top.
Boom.
Stack's got a shock top.
And we've had a few
We've
drinks
had
in
a
us,
few.
Okay.
But
But it
we
hasn't
got-
clouded
No,
our vision.
our judgment.
Right.
No,
Right.
no. We're
Okay.
going to give it to you straight,
Yeah, you're up
as we
this
say.
time.
All right, folks, like I said, we're going to do the
East.
NFC East. Okay. The teams: Al Harvey, Dallas Cowboys;
Mm-hmm.
Joe Greco, New York Giants; Cliff Gibbs,
Mhm.
Washington Redskins;
Mhm.
Myron Evans, Philadelphia Eagles. Folks, I just gave you the order of the finish right there.
Wow. You don't even have to start over
Don't
and
even
go
have to
through.
start over. Al Harvey has pretty much owned this division. Joe Greco has shown flashes, but not enough to sustain it. I mean, he'll beat Al one game, but then he'll lose to Cliff.
That's true.
So
very true.
Joe was voted, I think, number 17
All time.
all
world.
time electric football, greatest coach
All electric football.
of everybody that's ever
Wow.
played. He was voted
Hard
number
to believe.
17. Not
Okay.
to me.
All
The
right.
guy is a warrior.
And you're number
I
3.
played him. I played him.
And you're number 3.
He's number 2. I just don't think he has enough to
Okay.
to dethrone Al. for that
Because he
division
has to
crown.
play him twice.
He has to play him twice, and I just think
Has to play
Al.
Washington twice.
Yeah, I think Al owned the division.
Right.
Al's going to win it again.
Right.
Like I say, what did I have? I had Al as my number 6 in the power ranking. So Al always brings it.
Mhm.
Always.
Okay.
Always. So
And Joe was your...
Joe at 13 in the
13.
power rankings. Yeah.
Okay.
Joe's good.
All right.
Like I said, played him last year. He's tough. The G-Man. So I got Al, Joe, Cliff,
Mhm.
Myron.
Okay.
Stack. What you got?
Thanks. I appreciate that. Those are all valid comments. I'm going to go with Al Harvey. I had him as my number 3 in my overall power
rankings, right?
I'm going to go with Joe Greco. He was my number 11 for the same reasons that you
Wow.
ascribed to.
Mm-hmm. I had him at 13.
13, my third pick, and I have Cliff. I had him as my 18, but I like Cliff. I think in the right setting, if he can get his focus on, get a little more balance with his offense. Defense is tight. Needs more balance with offense, better passing game. I think he can contend. Will he contend enough to do the split with Al, do the split with Joe? The answer is no, and that's why he's number 3 in my division.
Right.
Myron, I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted that franchise this year.
Ooh,
I want
you
that
did.
Eagle franchise to be relevant and sustainable through the next 5 years. Myron's coming back. My wish is that he comes back with a passion
With a fire.
and that he changes the dynamics of that division from 1 to 4.
Right.
That he can be a 3 or a 2. Okay, he may not be a 1, but he's a great passer. He's a hell of a. No one has as much passion as him, but as of right now,
He's got to show it, though. He's got to show it on the board,
you got
on the field.
You can't open that box up with the same team you've been coming with the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
You got to
The
come
fat
with
five
something different.
figures.
I'm not saying it's money.
Right.
It's passion. It's commitment. It's time. So it's time for you, Myron, to step up with the Philadelphia Eagles
And rap
show
them.
us
And rap them, right.
that you're not a
When we
fool.
go to these places, people, where's the Eagles? Where's the Eagles?
Right.
We,
Right. So,
okay.
with
I-
all
I
love
feel
to you.
Right. Nothing but respect for him.
but we're in agreement on 1, 2.
We're in agreement throughout the whole division.
Right.
Yeah, we
Al
had the
and
same. Al,
Joe.
Joe, Cliff, Myron.
What's your opinion of Cliff as a number 3? I mean, he's been.
I mean, he's a weak number 3. He's
Wow.
3, but he's not scaring nobody. I basically got him
I'm not
at,
going to ruffle too many means.
no, he's at 25. He's basically in the hammer and egger division.
I had him as 18.
Yeah, I had him at 25.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I respect that.
I mean, he's a veteran, but he ain't, I don't think he scares anybody. Folks, that wraps up the Stack with Nat.
AFC,
No,
NFC.
NFC East
East.
Division. We'll break down the NFC North Division.
Under 6 minutes.
We're gonna try. Sometimes it gets hard,
Right.
you know. What those guys?
think
Pardon the interruption. What's those two guys? Wilborn and Kornheiser. They had a little thing and they had a chime. They got to do like
That's
within a
it.
minute or whatever. We're gonna try that. So without further ado,
I think I'm first.
we're gonna get into the division. Is folks, if you're a football fan, you know the NFC North Division. Bears, Packers, Lions, Vikings.
Oh, my.
Stack. Wait, how you got them finishing out?
I'm going to go with Andrew the Question Stewart. As
The
my
Green
number,
Bay
he was my
Packers.
number 6 in my top 32. I think he'll win the division.
Okay.
He puts a lot of time and effort into his team. He's got some new figures. Defense is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
He's my number 1 in that NFC North. Number 2, I'm going to go with Keith Chalmers. He's my 15th pick of my top 32. The question for him is commitment. Is he going to
Can
make,
he make
it?
the travel?
Is he going to
From
play
Maryland. He's a Maryland
the
coach.
requisite games that he needs to play at Essington? Is he going to make it to the opening few weeks in February? Can he make it through that snowy February, early March period? That's the question. And can he finish strong in weeks 12 through 16? If he does, he'll be a solid number 2. Is it enough to get in the playoffs? Ranked at my number 15? Probably not. He's going to have to do better. So he's my lock for number 2. I'm going to flip it a little bit different. I'm going to go with myself as number 3 in that division. I've had some cap space problems. I've been out of work, a little bit, so I haven't been spending the money or the time I need to. But given who is the number 4 position in that division, I'm a solid number 3. So I'm going to go with 3. Number 4, I'll go with Steve Emerson
And the
with
Lions.
Detroit Lions.
New coach.
He's
New
going to
team.
take his lumps. He's going to play Packers twice, Bears twice, Vikings twice, and no one's going to give you a open pass.
No.
Okay? They'll try to beat you and defeat you, and
Exactly.
whatever happens in those games. So that's my top 4.
That's the stack.
That's for
The stack pack.
That's
It's
it.
the stack 4-pack. Well, National's going to go basically the same way the stack seen it. I got the Packers, Andrew Stewart,
Where was
coach.
he at in your?
My power rankings, he was
7.
number 7.
That's pretty high.
Andrew was number 7. He
Well, I
didn't
had him
finish
6,
last
so
year.
we're pretty close
Yeah.
with Andrew.
Keith Chalmers making the
Where'd
playoffs
you
and
have
coming
him?
in second.
You had
I
him
got Keith
8?
at number 8.
I had him at like 15, so
Yeah.
that's where we differ.
Number 8. I had him
Why do
number
you have him
8
so high?
because he's a great coach. 2-time NFL champion, Super Bowl champion. Okay, he beat Jamie during the regular season. I had him ranked over Jamie in the Seattle Seahawks. Keith's a great coach.
Think he can sweep the Packers this year?
No, they'll split. They'll split. I think they'll split, and then I think they'll win out the rest of the games. But I got Packers, Andrew Stewart first, winning the division. Keith making a wild card in the playoffs, finishing number 2 in the division. Number 3, I got my co-host Smokestack Scott with his Vikings, finishing
What kind
number
of
3.
record would a number 3 team have in the division?
Stack, I think I got you going 8-8, 7.
8-8. That's 500 ball. That's like
That's
Mendoza.
Maybe 7-9. Depends
That's
how many
terrible.
forfeits. Well, you're not that good of a coach. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you great co-host.
You know,
I
mean, we
You
haven't
put
got to
Tom
the
in-
NFC West yet, so I'll reserve my
Okay.
opinion.
mean,
Okay?
right.
But
We play, and I was telling her.
Well, that's-
I was talking to somebody. We
that
play during
doesn't
the,
mean
the
anything.
schedule.
That's not going to help you or me.
Well, it's going to help me. I need to win. That's a game that I look on the
You got
schedule.
enough
I'm
to
supposed to
worry
win. No,
Don't
I'm
worry
good.
about our game.
Well, it's a win. I look at
We
it
haven't
as a
talked
win.
about the West, so I'm just gonna.
Okay, we'll
agree to disagree.
Right.
and
We're on
we'll
the
move
NFC North
Who's
right
your
now.
4?
I got 3. Steve Emerson, who's coming to a new team, taking over the Detroit Lions. Darrell made them pretty much relevant. They
What
were a
would be
tough
his
out.
record, just theoretically?
Steve Emerson, I think if he wins 3 games, I don't know, 3 games, I would say. I haven't really looked in his schedule. I'm going to say 3-4 games. I'm not really
At
sure.
most.
At most. I think he'll beat the Vikings. I think he'll split
You
with
think
the
he'll beat the Vikings?
I think so. I think Steve's coming prepared.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. I don't. Last
How many
year
wins you giving him?
I had Eric. I give him about 5 wins. I don't talk about my division.
3 or 4. I think he'll give him
Teammates and people that are in my division. I would never give them that low of a ranking, but that's on you.
Right.
As far as how I'm going to deal with Detroit,
Well, Lions, he's my 30th on the
that's pretty low.
30th. He's
I
the
had
30th
him.
ranked team.
I had him as my 27th,
Okay.
which isn't
He
too
didn't
low.
win a game last year with the Ravens, so
But
I
he's
mean,
still in the North, and you're gonna learn. You're gonna get your paws. You're gonna get your mane ruffled, and your paws
you
are
got
gonna
5
get
wins.
dirty.
That might be top for another show. I want to see the 5 teams that you got him beaten
This
in his
year?
schedule. Yes, that'll be another show. I give him 3 wins. I want to see the 5 teams that Stack has unbeaten. Folks, that is the Stack with Knack NFC North Division done.
Book it.
Stack, how you doing?
Preseason now.
These are
Don't
preseason predictions, right? We're going to break down the NFC South Division. All football fans out there, you know your football, you know the division. Falcons, Saints, Bucks, Panthers.
That's it.
Okay, those are the teams. What you don't know, or what you might not know, is who's coaching them.
Right.
Okay? Here we have 2-time division winner, Ephraim Dames. He's a kid. He's only 17 years old. He coaches the Saints. Guess what? He made the Super Bowl last year. Played his dad. Came up a little short. The kid got game. Falcons. Brian Healy. Going into last year, there were only 3 people to ever start and finish every season of NFL, all 18 years. That was Smokestack Scott, that was Harold King, that was Brian Healy. Last year, Brian Healy could not finish and dropped out. So, to this day, there has only been 2 men to play, start, and finish every year,
I did not know
18
that.
years
I did not know
of NFL football.
Not forfeiting games. Not quitting
nothing.
mid-season.
Not quitting.
Not laying down.
Starting and finishing.
Wow.
Ed Scott, Harold King.
Wow. I didn't
Brian
know that.
King was one of them.
That's news.
He couldn't finish.
Right.
That's your Falcons coach.
Wow.
Greg King, nephew of Harold King. He's another guy. Matter of fact, it was 4 guys. Greg King is the 3rd one.
Every year that the NFL has been around.
Started
Wow.
and finished.
Didn't know that.
Greg King is another one. Okay? That's right. This was this show was about. Educating you
Wow.
on the history of Philly and NFL.
More than 15 years.
More. 18 years.
18 years.
18 years. Greg King. The other team, the Carolina Panthers, coached by Ed Roach, Tom Rivers' own. Great guy. Last year he played in the NAFL League. He was kind of busy, had to take a lighter load. He is back and focused on NFL, 16 games, former division winner. Folks, Stack's going to give it to me. He's giving it to me to pick my winner. I'm going to go with the Saints. I'm going to say Ephraim's going to go with the hat trick. 3 straight years winning the division. I think number 2 will be Brian Healy. I think Healy's going to come back. I think he's got the fire back. I don't know if he's got the full flame, but I think he's got enough to come back and come in second in that division. Third place will be Ed Roche and his Panthers. And I think Greg King and the Bucks will be in last place. This division is highly, highly competitive between all the teams involved. They have had since till Ephraim came in, they had a division winner, a different division winner each of the previous 3 or 4 years. Everybody won it. The Panthers won it. Darrell Bavard was in this division with the Lions. He won it. Healy won it. So I think Ephraim has kind of put his handprint on this division. I'm picking Ephraim to win it. Healy second place with the Falcons. Ed Roche third place with the Panthers. And Bucks in fourth with the Bucks. Stack, the floor is all yours, buddy.
I appreciate that. And thanks for the information at the beginning. I'm going to concur with you. In fact, the same exact rankings.
Order, right.
Ephraim is number 1. He was my number 5 pick in my top 32. And I'll go with...
he was number 3 on mine.
Brian Healy. I didn't have him ranked as highly, but if he comes back with any measure of competitiveness that I know that I've seen him play...
one of the best passers in the league.
Absolutely.
He's streaky, though.
Yeah,
he's streaky.
Yeah, he's defense needs improve, but I'm not going to say anything bad about him. The division is there for the taking. If you can beat the kid and
It's
dominate,
yours, right.
it's yours.
It's yours.
And then you'll move to the playoffs. Even if you can be competitive and get 10,
Right.
11 wins, you can make it to the playoffs.
You beat Ephraim.
Darrell
knock on
did-
Ephraim. The knock on Ephraim. You keep it close. The kid
That's
will
it.
fold.
Even a broken clock is right twice a year.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'll concur with Corey, top to bottom. Ephraim, Brian Healy,
Falcons,
Ed Roche is somebody who
Panthers.
could be a dark horse.
Right.
He's
A
got the
wild
talent.
card. He's a wild card.
You know, if he puts 25% of the time he needs to put in, he can be more competitive. He needs to finish out and show that competitive spirit. He could make some noise in that division. And then Greg King's a good friend of mine, longtime vet.
Right.
Need to show a little more commitment.
He does.
You know, you can't show up with that same team you finished with last year and expect.
Sit
What do they
right.
say about definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
That's right. It's insanity. It ain't gonna happen.
Folks, that is the Stack with Nat show, NFC South Division. Thanks for viewing. Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of the Stack with Nat show. This is 2015, our 18th season of electric football.
18 years.
18 years.
Some people haven't even been with the old lady.
Right. We're graduating. We're graduating high school 18 years. This is Stack with Nat. This is our second year doing this show. Labor of Love.
We do this for you.
Saturday night. Oh no, it was a Sunday night. Sunday night.
Right.
Daily.
This is our 8th segment tonight.
Right.
9th segment.
We're going through all the divisions.
Okay.
Right now, we're up to the NFC West division. Football fans, you know the teams. 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals. Okay? Those are the teams. What you might not know is who's coaching in electric football. 49ers has dominated this division throughout the years.
Dominated.
Dominated.
Okay.
Only 2 years out of 15 years, they did not win the division. The 2 years that they didn't win it, Seattle Seahawks. 2 years ago, Seattle won it. Last year, Niners won the division, but Seattle swept the season series.
He swept you?
49ers got swept by the Seahawks last year, but Seahawks won the division. But the Niners won the division.
Right.
Other teams, Cardinals, coached by Hugh Moore, and on his second year of Philly NFL action,
You brought him in.
he's like a kid of mine. Rams, David L. Stack. There's the teams. There's the coaches. The floor is all yours, buddy.
Wow. Thanks. That was a good breakdown. I'm going to be brief. We're on a timer here. I'm going to go with Jamie Harris
To win a division.
to win division. Nothing against that, I think,
Nothing.
but it's a very competitive division. Nobody puts as much time all off season. This man has been here in dailies every 2-3 weeks when we had our scrimmages and our combining session. He's been here. He's put his money and his time into the beautiful passion of his team, Seattle Seahawks, their team in the Super Bowl. I think he'll win the division, but it's going to be tough. Okay? My good friend Corey, by any measure, I mean, every year he's in the mix. He's in the top 12. He's in the playoffs every year. But lately, when you sit back and look at it, hasn't had the good results that one would expect with that tenure of being in the playoffs and being at the top echelon. He's going to be in the mix no matter how it shakes out. He's going to be in that NFC West mix. He's my number 2 team in the West. Number 3, I like the Arizona Cardinals. Hugh Moore.
To go over the Rams.
Go over the Rams, yeah.
Okay.
I think the Cardinals have made some strides. I know he's got some figures out being painted right now. He's done his base work and building his squad. I think he's learned the rudiments of the game. I think he's going to make some noise. Maybe not in the West.
Right.
But outside the West, I think he's going to make some moves. And so is the number 4 pick in that division. That's David L. Nobody more passionate than David. Nobody plays his games. Here's a guy over the last 4 years. He's played all 16 games. Hasn't had the kind of success that one would expect. But he is a fighter. He'll take his lumps, and he'll keep fighting. He's my number 4 pick in the West. I wish the West all the best.
I heard your predictions. I think you full of it. Seattle Seahawks can't carry my jockstrap, okay? He's a
This
bum.
is on camera. We're on
He's a
camera.
bum.
We're on camera here.
I don't care.
This is not right.
You gotta bleep it, Damon, if you gotta bleep it.
Wow. He's a
I'm
fraud.
fuck-
He's perpetrating a fraud. Is that what you're saying?
He's a phony.
Oh, my God.
He's two-faced.
Ooh.
Yes, he swept the series.
Oh.
Coin flip game. The coin was hitting the ground. You thought you was in Atlantic City back in the day with the,
So
the one-armed bandit.
you're not subscribing to that number 1 pick in the NFC West for 2015.
Are you serious?
Okay. Who's it going to be?
49ers.
Okay.
I'm going to beat him like the dog he is. Okay? Jamie's a good coach. He's come around. He's got his life together. Got a good woman in his corner. I'm proud of him.
But not this year.
He didn't do it last year.
But not this year.
The year before, he got married. I told him, that was a wedding gift. I'm going to let you win a division. Okay? Last year, I took my division back. I have 12 or 13 division titles. Okay? I've been in an NFC championship
You
game.
can't win the big one. That's
I've
what
been
I'm
in
hearing.
an NFC championship game 2 of the last 4 years. Okay?
I hear you.
2010,
I hear you.
2014.
What have you
Was
done
in
lately?
I was in an NFC championship game. 1 missed pass away from going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So don't give me that. What have you done lately?
Okay.
National was voted top 10 in the history of electric football. For no.
It's a popularity poll. That's
Oh, is that what that is?
I think-
that's what that. Yeah.
We're going to find out this year.
Nationals got
2015.
rings. Nationals got titles.
Okay.
Nationals got respect.
Okay.
These guys are pumping up this Jamie. He's two-faced. He calls himself the Wiz. The Wiz of what? He's nothing. He's below me.
Folks, I'm gonna
He's
have
below
to.
me.
I'm gonna have to come out of this. I don't even want to be part of this.
49ers are going to win that division, hands down.
Wow.
Okay?
Who's your
Don't
number?
give.
You gonna give him number 2?
I'll give him number 2
Okay.
because it's nothing else.
All right. Let's talk about
Okay.
3 and 4.
Number 3, I'll give it to David L. No, I'm sorry. Give it to Hugh Moore.
You more.
Hugh Moore.
Okay.
Guy's looking good. He's been to all the preseason workouts. He's showing me. David L's been wasting his time playing another league,
Ooh.
another rule set, another weight limit. Just a total waste. He'll come in last place, be lucky to win a game.
Wow.
You know, you got
No surprises with 3 and 4.
You gotta dance with who brought you. You want to be in this division and be successful, you need to be at the practices. He couldn't make it.
Right.
He wants to play a different rule set.
But he played
So
a
it's
whole
gonna-
other league.
He played a whole other league. I don't care. Different rule set, different weight.
So he's in for
gonna
a
come
rude
in.
awakening.
He's in for a rude awakening.
Wow.
He's a nice guy.
I will say something.
He's a nice guy. I
don't-
love
I
David.
don't agree with all of what you said in this division, but I will say this: that I've seen you rebuilding that team after last season. You didn't like the result. I've seen a resurgence in his practice time, figures, focus.
I got a whole new team.
He's got a whole new team.
Okay, he swept. The first game of the season with Seattle was the coin flip game. Everybody heard about it. No, I don't flip no coin. I gave him every call. Second game was the last game of the year.
You're saying
I did not need, listen,
You're gonna
I did
be-
not need the game.
gonna
I
be
was
different.
already had a division.
Different results.
So just playing with a team that I wasn't even going to use ever again. I got
So
a new
you
team.
think me ranking him number 4 out of top 32? is
You
not-
full of shit. Is
Okay.
that's what that
All right,
is,
that's
okay?
fine. I
I
appreciate
got
that.
49ers ranked number 5, Seattle ranked number 9. Jamie's a good coach. He can't throw the ball.
Okay.
He can't throw.
So
Okay?
basically, we flip flop. I think one way, you think the other.
I think the right way. And I'm going to prove it to all the folks out there, all the viewers, 49ers,
Okay.
the Empire,
Okay.
book it, will be
Wow.
in the playoffs as usual.
Right.
Okay? All-time winningest coach in NFL history is sitting right here talking to you right now, okay? 49ers
I appreciate
will
that.
be winning the division.
The question
Anybody
is, who's
pushing
going to be
this
wearing the chef hat at the Super Bowl?
This is not about who's Super
Dishing
Bowl.
out
This is
the
who's
food.
going to win the division, okay? I don't care about the Super Bowl. My job
Maybe that's
as,
why-
as the guy in charge of everything.
Commissioner.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to win the Super Bowl. It's not.
It's not about rings.
No, I don't need rings to define me, but I do want to win my division.
Okay.
Now, once you get in the playoffs, I want to be competitive
It's a lot.
and play. Oh, the playoffs is a lot.
It's a lot.
I want to be competitive, but getting in the Super Bowl, no, it's not. It's not one of
not
my
your-
goals. No,
Okay.
absolutely not. Never, not since.
And Mr. Harris, there's
I
some
got it.
respect there, but as far as the division, inside the
The
division,
division, right? In the division, he will not win the division.
Wow.
Now, once the playoffs start, then that's where it separates. I gotta fall back. I gotta make sure all the other stuff is going. Hey, go ahead. But the division is mine. I own it. It's mine.
Wow.
I only let you borrow it. See what it felt like. Hey, wife, show her the trophy. But I took that right back, and
Wow.
it will be coming back.
I read an
again.
article today about Muhammad Ali and his fight with Lonnie Liston. And what I just heard in this last segment of 8 segments we've done, this one ran over.
It did. You got me heated. you putting that bomb in front of me. I'm taking out all bombs.
All right.
Okay.
Damon, you're going to have to do some magic with this one.
No.
We can't let this
You
tape
let it
out.
go raw.
No, we can't let this go out. You got to stop it.
Folks, that's the Stat with Nash show. NFC West Division.
Done
That
it
we
all.
out of here. Thanks for viewing, folks.